It's Denise Hill here with Donald Lawrence. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh man, this is an honor to be sitting with you.
Likewise. Thank you. Thank you
So
much.
you're here celebrating with us. First, thank you.
Oh, no problem. Thank you very much for having me.
So our focus is the sound of the choirs.
Yeah.
And you, of course, a choir master.
Oh yeah, I love the sound of the choir. I love anything with backing vocals, and choral backing vocals is just a thing of its own. You can't beat it. It's an energy this just is, and when it's not there, it's not.
Well, so two things first, because first, you were not going to be there for a while. You said you were retiring.
No, actually, I didn't say I was retiring. I retired the choir. So I have retired. Tri-City has not sung in 12 years. This is their second performance in 12 years. No rehearsal or anything. We put them together for you specifically.
We special, y'all. We special.
Absolutely, they haven't. What I did was I retired the choir, and I have a touring group called The Company. It's 9 singers, so that has been going on since I retired the choir. But I definitely did retire the choir, and they're just coming out of retirement to do some performances. We're doing a 25-year commemorative album this year coming up, and that's why we put them back together to just celebrate that. Then they're gonna go back into retirement.
Is the commemoratory album going to be old music, new music?
It's all new music. All new music.
So we get another Tri-City album.
Another Tri-City album, all brand new music.
Oh my goodness. So about choirs, a lot of people say choirs have left the church, but it seems like there's always choirs there. But I get they're saying, there's more of the praise team mentality. What do you think about that?
I think that the praise team is definitely become what the church is doing now. I think that balance is always good. I think people miss the choir. I think the choir is more than just a music thing. It's a community that happens in the church. It's also been the best training for some of the best vocalists ever, from Whitney Houston to Aretha Franklin to everybody. So I don't know if you get the same training in a praise team. I don't think you get the same, because usually with the praise team, you got one praise leader and everybody sings background vocals. So nobody gets to just try out songs and don't get to find their voice. They don't get to find their level of being on stage and interacting with an audience, So I think that there's good things about the praise team, but I think that we've lost something that I think is the fabric of who we are as a Black church and culture, and that comes from the gospel sound of the choir. And honestly, it may not be in churches here, but in Europe, it's like pop culture. It's everywhere. I just got back from doing a master class in Scandinavia, and in Sweden, in Norway, in Denmark, in London. They're everywhere. Denmark has like 30 to 40 choirs.
Yeah, I was checking out some of the Korean gospel choirs on YouTube.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You should, like Sweden, all of them. So, and then if you notice, it's been in pop music a lot. Like every time you look at the Grammys or Oscars, it's a choir. And choir music is not necessarily church music always. Sometimes just inspirational, just like a body of people singing together, something about that energy that's just really magical. So as much as it may not be the sound of the Black church as much anymore, it's definitely the sound of pop culture everywhere.
Wow. Now, the last time I spoke with you was over the telephone.
Okay.
But we did talk about how you wanted to do an opera and some things in the theater. What else is happening for Donald Lawrence?
Well, I've been working on B.B. Winans' musical. It's called Born for This. I kind of created the choral score for it because it has a lot of choral score up under it. And it's going to Broadway next year. So we've been working on that for the last 3 years, just prepping it and mounting it for Broadway. Of course, a new album is coming in. A new album is kind of like a gospel opera. It's called Goshen, and it tells the story of Moses and the Exodus, but in a kind of more unique, kind of contemporary way. And I call it Goshen because that's the body of a land that the Hebrews lived in, and God blessed it while Egypt tried to oppress them. So that's that. Of course, I've been touring with the McDonald's tour. I've been working on just music. And actually, my little brother, Sir the Baptist, who is a rapper, we are doing a European tour starting the end of November for like about 16, 17 days. So it's just bouncing all over the place for me,
What is that one thing you still have on your checklist to do?
The one thing I have on my checklist to do is definitely Broadway. Haven't done it yet. Broadway, not just somebody else's stuff, but my own. And a television show. Like I watch television series all the time. Like I love TV. I watch TV more than I really listen to music, actually. And I was a theater major, so I love series. I don't know if I want to be in it. I might want to write it, but I definitely want to do.
So that's reality TV's out the question, and since you want to write it.
I wouldn't say that. It just needs to mean something.
Yeah.
I don't just want people to follow me around and watch me eat. That's just
what does Donald Lawrence eat?
That's just not interesting for my brain. So I want it to be a little bit more than people seeing what restaurant I eat at. I kind of want to do something that will be a little bit more helpful. And if I might do any kind of a docu kind of series kind of thing, but I'm not sure yet.
Well, we thank you for being a part of the Spirit of Praise.
Thank you.
We thank you for everything you've contributed to gospel music, to the choir, and to tonight's. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you. I'm so glad. And thank you guys for just really celebrating all my music. I mean, every time I go somewhere, I hear like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Donald Lawrence songs. So thank you so much.
You have quite a repertoire, so it's not hard to do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much.
Thank you. That's Donald Lawrence with the Spirit of Praise on Praise.